welcome to Yarning at the Homestead. Today is June 24th, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to tape today or not, but I've been holding off, and I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, but wow, our country has just gone back to the dark ages. So, earlier today, the Supreme Court handed down the decision that pretty much obliterates Roe versus Wade. A decision that's held for 50 years. A decision that will force many women back into back alleys and coat hangers, because abortion is not going to go away. It's just going to go legally away, and many women will die. It's a sad day for our country. And that's only one of several opinions, or whatever they call them, that has been handed down. Yeah, sad day for our country. But I am going to tape, and I am going to talk about yarn and knitting. I almost went and got my fuzzy hat to wear, but I would have had to go downstairs, and yeah, it is a sad day. It is a sad day. So, welcome back to any previous viewers that have joined me previously here at Yarning at the Homestead. Welcome to any new viewers who are joining me today. My name is Tammy. I am known as Gracie's Goodies, both here on the YouTubes and on Instagram, and on Ravelry I am TammyG. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go in and do this, because yeah. Okay, so first of all, I do have a finished object. I actually have 3 finished objects, and I forgot to grab the other ones, so I will get those in a minute. But my first is my Thamnopolis tee. So here's my Thamnopolis tee, all done, by Morthunder. It's got a keyhole back. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I can go by it farther enough that you can see the keyhole back. I love it. I really do love it. This is really the first time I've put it on and worn it. I do love it. However, there's a tale of woe with this sweater. It was done, it was finished, I was blocking it, but of course it's gonna grow because, you know, it was superwash yarn. So I decided I would throw it in the dryer to dry it, and hopefully shrink it back down a little bit so it wouldn't grow too much. And I did, and I put it in a laundry bag, because I'm like, okay, laundry bag, cool. I go in, I check on it after its first run went through, and it had come out of the laundry bag. And stupid me, I had also thrown in some bras. So I pull it out, and I don't think much of it. I stuff it back in the laundry bag, throw it back in, does another cycle, pull it out, and I'm like holding up going, God, there's a freaking amount. There's more ends here than I remember having. Yeah, it got pulled in many places. So this morning I pulled it out, I snipped all the ends, and then what I did with all the pulls, and I think there's one really long one here in the front. So what I did was, they are like knotted. You can't see. They are like knotted and then just hanging there. I'm not going to snip them. I did try to, you know, pull them back into place, but some of them are just really long. Some are really short. There were a couple that I was able to get back into place. There was a couple up here that I was able to get back into place. So yeah, I'm a freaking idiot. It's a freaking idiot. Live and learn. Don't throw bras in with your knitted items. Oh my God. So the last 3 things that I have finished. So the Thamnopolis, the Yellow Brick Road, no, the Yellow Brick Rodeo, and my ranunculus all have pulls in them. My ranunculus and the Yellow Brick Rodeo got pulls in them at school because, of course, you're walking around desks that aren't perfect and furniture that's, you know, from the 1960s, maybe 1970s. It's got little slivers and stuff on it and grabbed hold. So I have 1 pull in my ranunculus, which again, that's what I did. Just tried to get it as straightened out as I could. And then, yeah. And then I have 1 pull. Then I had 1 pull in my Yellow Brick Rodeo, which also the undersleeve, the underarm gave out on one side. So I have to fix that now too. Tales of woe. So anyway, my Thamnopolis tee is done. I really love it. The yarn is Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock in the Magician colorway. And the contrast is Wand Flower in, is Miss Babs 2-ply Yummy, I believe, in Wand Flower. And I love it. I really do. Wearing it right now, putting it on right now. Yeah, I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this. I am planning on making another one because it's super simple. I do want to see if I can make it a little longer, although the yarn that I bought, I only bought 2 skeins. So this, I had to break into the 3rd skein. So I'm going to have to play with the colors a little more. I might make the contrast color a little bit more like a thicker stripe. So I did end up doing that with this because it should only be 2 rows, and it ends up being 4 because when I was knitting this first one, I made a mistake and I did 4, and then I moved on, and then when I realized when I got to the 2nd stripe here, when I got to the 2nd stripe there, that it should have only been 2, and I'm like, well, I'm not ripping that all out. So it's 4 rows for this stripe. So maybe my contrast color will have a little bit more. I'll have a little bit more for contrast color, a little thicker stripe for the contrast color, and that will help balance out. I am going to make the next one in a yellow, I believe. But yeah, I'm really liking this. Like I said, I do want it to. It hits me. I don't know if you can tell. It hits me pretty much at my natural waist, but I really prefer it would have come down to my hips a little bit because I do have a little bit of a pooch here, and I would like to cover that pooch. Most of it is covered, but yeah, so I'm loving it. I'm gonna go grab my other 2 finished objects. They're right here. And then let me grab, please don't pull, I got pins there. Please don't pull. Let me grab my sock boxers. So my other 2 finished objects are socks. I have 2 pairs of socks that I finished. 2 pairs of socks. So the first pair that I finished is the Arne and Carlos. And I will put this down. So it's just a straight vanilla sock, slip stitch heel, rounded toe, and there you got it. So one of these has a really bad foot. I think it's this one. What had happened, yeah, it's right there. I'll show you. I don't know if you can tell, there's a big old mess right there. What had happened is when I was transferring from, because I do most of my socks on 9-inch circs, when I was transferring it to DPNs to do the toe closing, I dropped a couple of stitches over here, and I picked one up, but I thought I picked them all up, but when I got to the end, I realized there were a couple of holes there, so I just went back in and kind of did some weaving in with it. There's a little bit of a bump, but I don't think it'll bother me too much, especially if I wear it on my right foot. So yes, so my Arne and Carlos socks are done, and these have been on the needles since, look at my thing here, September 2020. September 2020. And then my other pair, which I am so excited that these are finally done, are my Monster Mash. So you gotta be careful because I could. All right, here's my Monster Mash. See those? Okay, I don't tend to do a contrast toe. I figure nobody's gonna see a contrast toe. So I don't tend to do a contrast toe. So this pattern is actually the Blueberry Waffle pattern. I'm not sure who it's by. Let me see if I can find it. These socks I started in 2019. Yeah, August 2019. Let's see if I have socks. Socks, other stuff. No, I don't have them in here yet. I did not put these in here yet. So I will put it down in the down bar because I don't remember who the Blueberry Waffle pattern is by. I really love the pattern. Pattern is simple once you get it in. It's a 4-row repeat. The yarn is Monster Mash by Knitmona, who is no longer dyeing. And then I have contrast orange. I don't know where the mini skein is from. This one I do know it's a contrast from Bumblebee Acres Farm. This is actually a little thicker because I believe they're Coquette sock, I think it's called. And it is made with, hold on, I have the yarn label right here. Of course I'm gonna drop it. Oh, I'm getting up a lot today. 75% American Corriedale and 25% nylon. So it's a little bit thicker. I'll hold that up. So it's a little bit thicker. It's a little bit like toothier. It's definitely toothier. But oh my gosh, I love these so much. And I have quite a lot of yarn left. So I may do some fingerless gloves. Because I love this yarn so much. So yeah, so 2019, so 2 pairs of socks off the needles. And I know it is summer sock camp and coming up is gonna be sock week. And you're supposed to cast on new socks, but I'm really trying to finish up some of my whips. And that tends to be my summer. I finish up my whips in the summer. I work all year long, and then I have a month and a half pretty much, and I finish up my whips. That's what I do. So yeah, I'm very excited. I have right now. I'm working on. I think I have at least 5 more pair that are in process. Let me see. So they should be in here. I have, where's my socks? Socks. I have my game socks, which I was working on yesterday. So let's just move into whips. So my game socks I was working on yesterday. So this first sock is almost done. I was working on it. I was up late last night and I just wanted to, I got this far. When I picked it up, I was just beyond, I think, the red. So I put on five stripes last night. These socks are by, this yarn is by, oh crappers, I don't have it in here. I don't remember, but the colorway is, I'm looking to see if it's over here now. The colorway is inspired by the colors of the 5 rings on the Olympic flag. So that's what this is. It's super soft. I do have the information, so I will put it in the down bar. And I wasn't sure how long to go for my foot, so I stopped last night, so I wasn't going too far. This is sitting This is in one of my utterly adorable bags, which was an 80s throwback bag, and it even has, I got stitch markers with it, and look, a little cassette tape stitch marker came with the bag, and there was there was yarn too. I've already made those socks that came with the bag, so it was a kit. So I have these, the game socks, which I started in 2018, so I do want to finish these. So I have been working on those. I have my Merfolk socks, which I did not bring in. Those I've been working on back and forth. Those are from a Irish dyer. And again, you know what, I might pop some pictures in. And those are from 2019. I have my Blue Spruce socks, which are a thick sock, which I started in 2020. My Shark Bite socks, I have one done, and I'm going to do the second one during sock/Shark Week. I have my Cozy Knitter Advent socks, which I started last December. I have my Mint Rain Advent socks, which I started last December. I have my Woolens and Nosh Advent socks, which are a DK sock, which I started last December. And those ones actually hurt my fingers to work on. And then I have a pair of socks called my Tree of Light socks. And then I know that there's other socks that I've started, like I have a cuff on. So yeah, so I still have, like I said, at least 5, well, right, counting. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of socks still on the needles. So I'm trying not to cast on anymore. I know that there are more socks that I do want to cast on, just as the yarn is so beautiful, but I am going to hold off on casting on anymore. I am also working on, in War Whips, my next tee is my rocket tee that I want to finish working on. So I've gotten pretty far. I still have not joined it, but this is my rocket tee. It's so easy right now. And I just want to get to joining it, but I still have, I think, 4 repeats of 4. It's a 4-row repeat, and I think I have 4.5 left to do. I'm in the middle of a repeat right now. And it's so soft. Oh my goodness, it's so soft. So I am loving this. So this is my next tee that I'm going to work on. So this yarn is, and again, this is the Rocket Tee by Tanis Lavalle. This yarn is Sandnes Garn alpaca silk, which I got when I was in Norway. And then the mohair, which is one of the reasons I want to quickly work on this, so I think I'm going to probably work on this pretty exclusively for the next couple days, because once it gets humid, and we don't have air conditioning, and I'm not going to want to work with mohair. And then the silk mohair from Sandnes Garn also. So I did get those. I'm a little worried I might run out of the alpaca, but if it ends up being a little short, it ends up being a little short. There's not much I can do about it. And that's okay. I'll just wear something underneath it. So that's going to be like my exclusive work that I'm working on for the next couple of days. Then I also have to cast on a new baby dress. Now I did finish the baby dress. It's gifted. I will pop a picture in here. I'm pretty sure I took a picture before I gifted it. I will pop a picture in here, but I have like 2 more I have to make, and that's like super simple. And since I'm home now, I have time. Like this morning, I was up at 5:30 this morning. You know, I'm not going to school, I'm not working, but I'm still up at 5:30 in the morning. My body will regulate because I tend to be a night owl in the summer, and I tend to stay up later in the summer. So we'll see. So those are the projects I am working on right now. I have my rocket tee I want to finish, and then I have several pairs of socks that are in stages that I want to work on and finish. I have to work on baby gifts, and that'll be my life. That will be my life. These sock blockers, I'm not sure where I got them from. I believe I got them from my local yarn shop, New England. One of my local yarn shops, New England Yarn, which I don't, she's not really my local anymore. She moved and I moved, so we're much farther apart. But every once in a while, I still go out to her shop, you know, to support her since she was my local yarn person for a long time. I'm just trying to stick them someplace so that they're not making a noise. Excuse me. So purchases. Oh boy, I do have some stash acquisitions. Yes, I do. So it was local yarn shop day. No, it was Knit in Public day 2 Saturdays ago. And I went to UNU Fibers in, I think it's what's called UNU Fiber Arts, UNU Fiber in Windsor, Connecticut. Rachel is the owner. It was a wonderful day. We had such a great time. I shot a little bit of video, which I will stick in here. She had a arch where she put all blue yarn, acrylic yarn, because we were also making hats for Hat Not Hate. I made one, I crocheted up one really quickly while I was there. It wasn't a very big hat, so it's a small, for a small kid. I should have taken it and embellished it, put some flowers on it or something, but I didn't. So I am gonna make some more. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. I'm gonna stop by tomorrow because there's a trunk show there for a bag maker here in Connecticut. And so I want to go there and pick up one of her bags and hopefully get some blue yarn to work on some more hats over the summer. And I did not say that. I am coming to you from the small state of Connecticut on the east coast of the United States. So yeah. And I'm saying a lot, and aren't I? Am I saying a lot and so a lot? I apologize. But while I was there, in August is the I-91 shop hop. So you can take a look at it right there. And this is the map. This is the map. And this is August 8th through the 20th. And if you go to all 9 shops, I think it's 9 shops, yes. If you go to all 9 shops, you get put in for a grand prize. I've been to all of these shops. So the shops are, just so you know, Green Mountain Spinnery in Vermont, Hand Knits in Vermont, Brattleboro, Vermont, Northampton Wools in Massachusetts, Webb's Wool in Northampton, Massachusetts, Margie's Yarn Crafts, which is in Granby, Connecticut, UNU Fiber Arts, which is the one I'm going to tomorrow, in Windsor, Connecticut, Village Wool in Glastonbury, Connecticut, the Yarn Barn down in Woodbridge, Connecticut, and Knit New Haven in New Haven, Connecticut. And I haven't done the full shop hop in a couple of years, so I think this year I am going to actually, that's going to be my vacation. I am going to do it. I think my friend Maureen and I are going to go and maybe do a couple of the ones to the north, stay overnight, and then come down to the south. We'll see. I mean, it's 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to complete it. So, yeah, there's a lot down towards the southern part of the state. So we'll see. So I did get my passport and my bag. I really like the bag this year. Last year's bag was really nice too, but it has a pocket here that really, it flips. Anything you put into it kind of flips out. But this is the bag for this year. It's a nice canvas bag. And while I was there, let's move right on into acquisitions. I got this yarn for one of the baby dresses. So this dyer is a local dyer, Hardware City yarn. I have not used her yarn before, but she dyes in New Britain, Connecticut, which is where I teach. And the mom of the baby, it lives in New Britain, so I thought she would really enjoy that. And she was telling me that she really wants like boho type colors, neutrals. So I thought this would be really cute, and it's called Autumn. So I thought this would be really cute to make that little dress out of. Don't know what I'm going to use for the contrast for the ruffle and up here the edging, but I'll figure it out. I'm sure I have something in my stash. It'll probably be something autumnal, probably something in the orange range. So that, I bought that. And then I bought some Geektastic fibers, which is a self-stripe yarn. And this is I Smell Children. And if you don't know, that's a Hocus Pocus reference. And this is 75, 25, 400 meters. I do have her Charlie colorway, Charlie from Supernatural, and I have another one of her colorways, Steampunk. I have a Steampunk colorway, which I have not used yet. So I'm really enjoying this. I do want to start, I have some socks that I do want to start that are Halloween-y type. Like now I've done my Monster Mash. I'm done with these. I have some others that I want to get off the needles, or get on the needles and get them off. Then I bought this, and I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea. I have a project for this, but I can't remember what it's for. And these two go along with it. So I didn't realize that these were Cascade. I wouldn't have bought them if I had realized they were Cascade. But I needed a black for this project and a white for this project. Holy crap, I can't remember what the project is. And then I bought this one, which is That's No Moon, which is obviously a Star Wars reference. All right, this is gonna bug me. Let me take a look at my project page on Ravelry and see if I can remember what this is for. Let's see if my Wi-Fi is gonna work and bring it up. Let's see. Okay. Let me see what I might have just bought. Sure, it's in my library. I know it. Did I buy it for that? Oh, I know what I bought it for. I bought it for the film reel socks. That's what I bought it for. These were just recently released. Aren't they freaking awesome? So that's what I bought the yarn for. Was this, so this film reel socks are by Alex Parker Mooney. It was released in May, and yeah, that's why. So another pair of socks. So those socks I probably will cast on this summer. But I needed a black and a white, and I had some other black and white, but it didn't have nylon in it, and I'll be honest, these were cheaper. So again, if I had realized it was Cascade, I probably wouldn't have bought them, but I have them now, so I will use them in good stead. I also bought, while I was there, a new pair of Oink Pigment skein earrings. My key cat is right up there, which I'm very excited about. Now I can take these out of the bags now I've shown you. And I got a coo pin. I freaking love coos, which is a Scottish cow, which I'm like not doing pins much anymore. And while I was there, I realized I didn't have a crochet hook with me, and I was just gonna whip up a hat. I realized she had furls, and I've been wanting to buy furls, so I ended up purchasing 2 Furls crochet hooks. Look at that pretty blue sparkles. So this is an Odyssey hook, and I used it. I liked it. I really do like it, but where I hold my hook is a little bit closer to the neck, on the neck part. So it felt a little unbalanced in my hand. I'll have to keep working with it to practice with it. So I got that one, which is an Odyssey. And then this one is a Streamline Swirl. So this is a eye hook. And I use H&I the most, so those are the 2 I bought. And I just broke this box. And then I was able to get a green. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? So yes, she cautioned me and said they do break easily, so you should keep them in the box. But I just bought So I did buy 2 Furls hooks. They are not the cheapest hooks around. I mean, not. They are a little bit of an investment, but I have been wanting them for forever. For forever. So that's what's in this bag. Oh, look, there's a... Sorry, my camera shut off. Let me just put this stuff back in here because I do have more acquisitions. Okay. So over here, in no particular order, I did also get, I have a really hard time, my hands, especially because I like to make amigurumi and I want to make a lot more amigurumi, but I can't pop the eyes in any longer. So I was hunting around for like some type of tool, and of course they have that. Of course they have a tool. So this is from GlassEyesonline, and he created a tool. Here's the tool, and I got both sizes. So I haven't used it yet. It may do like a demo video of it. You put the eye in there, you put it on a surface, and you just push down, so you don't have to do the whole. And while I was there, I also got some cat eyes. So I got a collection of cat eyes too, because there's a couple of cats I want. So this tool, I'm really looking forward to using. So that was another acquisition that I received. Then I received my Frankensocks kit. So this is like a Christmas in July kit from Havirland yarns, Havirland yarns. I will put that in the down bar. So I have to buy the pattern. I don't think I have the pattern yet for the Frankensocks, but this is the Frankensocks kit, Christmas in July. So you get all these little minis. I'm gonna be honest, I am not great at having unmatched socks. So I will probably match them the most. I got some peppermint tea and then some contrast, red and green contrast, which is very cool. So I will be starting those in July 1st. I'm gonna start, I have to look up the pattern. And I think I'm just gonna pull from the color. I'll probably do, oh, it looks like I have 2. This one looks like I have 2 of 1. So I might look and see if I have some of the same. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. So that's going to be like my July project. And I think I'm going to be vlogging every day in July. I don't know if it's an actual thing. I haven't run across it yet. But for me, I know a lot of people, a lot of vloggers, podcasters take time off during the summer, but that's my best time to vlog and podcast is during the summer. So yeah, so I will be doing that. I'm going to be doing it daily. I have that, and I also bought last year's, I didn't realize it was last year's, Madeline Tosh 12 days. I believe it's 12 days. So I'll be opening that up too. I love Madeline Tosh yarns. I know that there's some issues, but I just love the colorways. And I remember when I saw the box and people had gotten it last year, I was like bummed that I didn't get that one. And I saw it on somebody's website. So I was looking for like Christmas advents in July and stuff. So yeah, so I think I'm going to be doing that. I'll be opening those up too. So that's my Christmas in July. But yeah, and yes, I don't know if it's a thing to vlog in July. You know, like there's Vlogmas, and then what's the one in October that they vlog? You can vlog daily. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do daily and post daily, or vlog daily and post like once a week. I think that might be more simple, but who knows? Then I went shopping. I'm sorry, I thought I had another bag. I'm just trying to think in my head. It might not be. Then I received a monthly club that I have now joined. I wanted to get the first club before I decided if I was going to join monthly. So this is the Farmer's Daughters Fibers Indigenous Collective subscription. And each month she takes an Indigenous artist and uses one of their pieces of art to get inspiration from. I love this. You see it? Look how beautiful that is. Look at the shine. So this is on her Foxy Lady, which is 70% superwash merino, 30% silk. And it's Datesti. I'm not exactly sure I'm pronouncing that right. Datesti is the artist. So you can take a look at Datesti. Maybe I'll link something to her art down below. So she took the inspiration from this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Feels so good too. My ranunculus is made out of Farmer's Daughter Foxy Lady, along with mohair from Comfort Cozy, I believe it's called. So this is gorgeous. So I don't get like a card or anything like that that has the picture on it, which I was a little bummed by, but you do get a code and you're able to go into the website and visit and see a bunch of the art, which was kind of cool. But I will link to the artist herself, so you can take a look at that. So I think I am going to join. They asked that you join for 3 months, but I really wanted to see what it was about before I joined for the 3 months. But I think for the next one, I'm going to join for 3 months. And then this weekend, or beginning of this week, so our last day of school was Friday, and on Monday, a couple friends and I went up to Gloucester, Massachusetts, just to get away, spend a couple of days together, you know, rebonding and stuff. We had a great time. Monday and Tuesday were beautiful days. We came back Wednesday, which was great because it was rainy and cold, so it would have been really cold up in Gloucester. But I did go, I had been to Coveted Yarn when I was in Gloucester years ago, and it was a much bigger shop. So I did stop by, and it's a much smaller store, and it's really mostly all commercial yarn. But I did ask, did she have anything in indie, any local? So this dyer is no longer a local. She moved to Maine. Sorry, my bird Fergus is being very loud. But I did pick up some of her yarn called Flat Rock Yarns. I'm pretty sure I have some from the last time I was there. And this is Tana, which is 98 yards and just says 100% wool. It's a thick and thin yarn. I'm not sure where she got the base from, but it's a pretty thick yarn. So I'd have to, it doesn't tell me what it is. It's 4.5 stitches per inch. So I'm assuming DK to worsted, but there are thick and thin spots in it. So this right here is thicker, this is thinner. And I'm okay with that. I'm gonna do a hat. So I got 2 skeins of this, and this is called Purple Shmurple. So this is her yarn, Flat Rock Yarns. It's a really pretty label. And then she also does pom-poms. So I bought this beautiful royal like purple pom-pom. It like glows. And this is actually raccoon fur. So this is number 23. And it attaches with a snap. So I can unattach it. So I thought that would just top off this hat beautifully. What do you think? Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. So that is, nope, that's not the end of my acquisitions. Sorry. One more. I got my camper bag from Jessalu. It came in Wednesday when I got home. So there it is. And the inside fabric is flamingos. Oh no, sorry, pineapples. It's very summery. So I'm happy with it. So I got my camper bag from Jessalu. My little campers. I am right now obsessed. I watch all the RV shows on TV. I have always wanted to travel around the country in an RV, but my spouse has no desire to do that. But I have always wanted to do it. So I watch all these camper shows and RV shows and stuff because it fascinates me. I think it's cool. So yeah, so my camper bag to go with summer sock camp. which I'm really only technically doing a little bit, but I'm there in spirit. I'm there in spirit. And then what have I been watching and reading? Actually, this morning I marathoned A Confession on BritBox. So it's Martin Friedman, and it's based on a true story. It was really, really good. I actually just finished the last episode right before I started taping. Yeah, really, really good. The episode, it was six episodes. So I'm home. I'm going to be watching a lot of stuff on BritBox. I know a lot of new stuff has come out, so that's what I'll be watching. So, and I am watching right now Stranger Things. Still on, I think I'm on episode 4 or 5. They just got captured, and so I'm on that episode. So I am watching that. And what am I reading? I actually started reading again. So the last time I talked about Bridgerton, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, which is Penelope and Colin's story, I did not finish it because after the last podcast, I set this book down on the floor over here and then I kind of forgot about it. And it was the end of the school year. I didn't have time and all that. So I picked it up again last night and I read another chapter. So I'm on chapter 15. So there's not that many chapters, 18 chapters, I think it looks like. And then a pretty large epilogue. 21 chapters, 22, 23. So 23 chapters and then an epilogue. And then there's, the second epilogue. Oh, there's a second epilogue to this. I didn't know that. Oh, that's pretty long. Okay, so that. And then while I was in Gloucester, Ray of Needles at the Ready had been talking about an Andy Weir book that he had just recently finished. Now, I read The Martian before the movie came out. I loved the book. I have it on my Nook. I know Nook is no longer a thing, but I have it on my Nook. And I read the book. I love the movie. I think Matt Damon did a great job. I am a pretty big fan of Matt Damon. I think he's a really powerful actor. I recently just watched him in Stillwater, which he was just so great in that. He was just so great in Stillwater. Plus, he's a champion of teachers. Can't go wrong with Matt Damon. And I thought he did great as Mark Watley in The Martian. I thought he was great in that. So I am reading on Ray's suggestion. He said he read this. I'm pretty sure it was this one. And he said he really enjoyed it. Artemis, and by Andy Weir. So I found this in a shop in Gloucester. So a local independent yarn shop. Bookshop, a local independent bookshop. I also bought another book, which I don't seem to have here right now, which I'll show next podcast if I'm done. So I did start this too. I read chapter 1, so I'm on chapter 2. There's a lot of science in Andy Weir's books, and it's very interesting to watch. And it's Jasmine Bashara never signed up to be a hero. She just wanted to get rich. Not crazy, eccentric, billionaire rich like many of the visitors to her hometown of Artemis, humanity's first and only lunar colony. So we are on the moon, which is kind of cool. So I'm very excited about finishing that up. Oh, the bookshop. Here we go. The bookstore of Gloucester on Main Street. Get that. Very cool. So I guess that is about it. I think that is all. I've got my 3 projects I showed you. I've got massive amounts of acquisitions here. I'm ready for my summer. And yeah. So next week, I think I'm going to podcast again next week. Tomorrow I'm going to the trunk show, so I'm going to tape some footage for that. I'm going to throw some footage in here of my trip to Gloucester with my friends. Throw some footage in here about Knit in Public Day. And then I am not sure what else I have. I don't remember what other videos I have taken. I might pop in some footage of the last day of school when the buses leave. That's like the best. It's so much fun when we do that. I did tape the whole thing, but it's quite long, so I probably will cut it down pretty short. The kids, you can see the kids with their phones hanging out the windows. The windows don't go down very far in the bus, so you really can't see kids' faces, so that's good. The windows only, you can see about this much of their face, unless they're like this, so they're hanging out the window. But they all have their phones, and they're videotaping us too. So it was pretty cool. So yeah, so I think that is about it. I hope you found something you liked. You click that like button, maybe that subscribe button, maybe leave me a comment. Come on back. I did want to say that I also believe I'm going to be making this pattern. I obviously made the pussy hat, which is so funny because I have so many people that were like, very confused by the whole thing. But Craftivism has this hat, this pattern. It's a free pattern, 1973, which is when Roe versus Wade became law of the land. And she says, so angry and sad that my daughters and granddaughter won't have the rights I did. Roe has been settled law since 1973. Let the anger pour through your fingers and knit a green hat to wear to protest. Free pattern on my website and on Ravelry, but please donate to abortion funds like Lilith Fund and NYA Fund or abortion funds. I will probably donate to Planned Parenthood. I have not done it yet, but I will probably donate to Planned Parenthood because they seem to be like they're always under fire. And Planned Parenthood, the majority of services that they offer have nothing to do with abortion. It has to do with women's health care. And I went for a little while without having insurance. Most of my life I've had insurance, and I've had really good insurance. But I went for a portion of my life without having insurance, and it was pretty scary. And if I had had a pregnancy at that time, I don't know. I mean, I know personally I would probably never choose to have an abortion. I was the product of a teenage pregnancy. And my mom could have made that choice. I mean, obviously it was illegal in 1968, but she could have made that choice. But it's a choice between a woman and her doctor. It's not a choice to be legislated about. It's just not. It's a personal, private decision between a woman and her doctor and possibly her spouse or significant other, if that person's in the picture. But it is not a choice for somebody else to be making for this woman. And I am so sad that this is happening in our country again. Just so sad. And then the other one I'm super sad about, which I have not read all the details about yet, is the handgun. They did something about where now anyone can get a handgun. But I am really happy that they have passed the Sensible Safe Community Act or whatever. I mean, that is a step in the right direction. So that may balance out what the Supreme Court just did. I don't know. I would have to read them both. Obviously, I'm in the state of Connecticut, which is where Newtown happened. And I am a teacher, so it is very close to heart. All these things, these gun issues. We have guns in our home. My spouse has a pistol license. We own them because my in-laws own them and we inherited them. But I mean, because there is wild animals. I mean, we've had a bear up on our porch in recent weeks. You know, there are wild animals that we do need to take possible defense against. But that would be the only reason that I would ever use one. And I don't have a license. And I've only fired one once here years and years and years ago. I'm not against gun ownership. I'm for sensible gun ownership. So there we have it. Okay, I will talk to you again soon. I hope you come back and see me. And maybe, like I said, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you soon. All right, ta-ta for now. Bye.
Now you need a drink. Those big gigantic margaritas. Listen, each of our house. That's how we survive.
Got mine. You know, I fixed it. It wasn't that hard to rechart it, right? Because she spent a lot of time doing the design, he's young, so right? And but okay, there's a little error here. Not some neck. Let's fix that.
Did you send it back?
No, I didn't send it back.
You should. You should say hey. You can focus for 2 seconds. You don't need to get focused for 10. That I feel.